Welcome to this episode of Confessions of a Marketer. I'm Mark Reed Edwards. We're back with this mini-series of talent showcase episodes that focus on people in marketing, communications, PR, and allied fields who are looking for their next opportunity. My guests will share their stories, successes, and how they can help their next employer or client. Today, I'm joined by Jason Rasmussen. Jason is a Massachusetts-based writer with more than 20 years' experience writing for the technology industry. He's been self-employed for the last 15 years with experience in cloud computing, cybersecurity, FinTech, HR workforce management, talent management, and other specialized areas in high tech. He recently relaunched his business to offer a new take on writing content delivered as a service. This new model helps clients produce more content each month, yet in a much more flexible and cost-effective way than retainers or per-project engagements. You can learn more at runningstart.co. Jason, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Mark. Really looking forward to our conversation.
Same here. You and I crossed paths several years ago, and we reconnected on LinkedIn. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your background and career path?
Yeah, sure. So I, probably like many of us, was slightly better at the kind of English major side. When I got out of school, I was lucky enough to join Kronos, now UKG, which is where I believe we met. So I was able to join as an in-house writer, marketing collateral and things like that, and was really pretty happy in my role there. And at a certain point, just wanted to grow a little bit, so I got an MBA and moved from job to job a little bit. I had a couple stints at local software companies, and ultimately the Great Recession in 2009 resulted in layoffs that were probably the push I needed, because I ultimately did want to start my own thing and kind of work for myself. So since 2009, I've been kind of a one-man band here, supporting the technology industry and marketing teams in tech with a lot of content, kind of the typical things you'd expect, I'm sure.
Yeah. So what is one of your most important career accomplishments?
So I would say, the MBA for me was really big as someone who was an English major and thinking that I was kind of predestined to only go down one path. Being able to get my MBA was really big achievement for me. But I would say just in general, I think maybe a lot of writers or creative people tend to be introverted. So I would just chalk it up to the fact that I've been able to make it work in an industry where you need to be outgoing or salesy or relationship driven.
Yeah, if the world was full of extroverts, it wouldn't be very fun, would it?
Right. My wife thinks it's a character choice and a character flaw on my part, but we're wired the way we're wired, I guess.
So if you've got a client coming your way, or hey, you decide to take another full-time job, what do you think you can offer that next employer or client?
So a few things. The good news is, because I'm as old as I am, experience, certainly in technology and specialized areas such as cybersecurity or FinTech, and that's come from doing it for a little bit. But the other thing that I'm really excited about at this point in 2024 is much more of a partnership approach with tech going through some slowdowns. I lost one or two clients, probably the way we all have, and I've kind of reimagined my business. And part of that is trying to be much more proactive in being a kind of a virtual team member and a partner. So I think it's really paying off. I'm pitching ideas more proactively. I'm doing a little bit of research for clients and things like that, where I'm able to come up with ideas that they might not have necessarily thought of. They're busy people too. So I'm really happy to see how that's unfolding at this point. And I just have anecdotal evidence, but one of my clients has appreciated me coming up with project ideas.
So it's a partnership that you offer.
Yeah, I think so. I really hope to continue it, because I think it is a valuable piece of the puzzle here. But it's certainly a little bit of a new thing for me, and it's probably because things are a little bit slower. But I think these are the times when, maybe we do reinvent ourselves a little bit. And so, for example, I'm owning one client's editorial calendar and pitching ideas. This particular client, the person who is in charge of kind of outsourcing and managing creative resources, came up on the design side. So she's very talented and wonderful and a great client. But I think sometimes the idea of content, certainly like business level writing, she might be more focused on design and brand and things. So I think in relationships like that, it's a good opportunity to do a little bit more for clients.
Great. Well, Jason, thanks for joining me for this overview of your career and what you can offer your clients and employers. And I hope this helps you find your next gig.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciated it. And I've been looking at your success with Confessions of a Marketer, so I appreciate the chance to be here.
Thanks so much. I'm Mark Reed Edwards. Join me on the next Confessions of a Marketer.